In today's video, we're going to be talking about 90% silver once again. Yes, I know I've been on the hunt for 90% silver. Some of you guys have been on the hunt for 90% silver. It's getting harder to get, and I get some comments in there, oh, there's plenty out there. Well, if you really think there's plenty out there, I will disagree with you there every single step of the way with that right now. At this time, there's not plenty out there. Yeah, you can go on to your online bullion dealers and find it quite easily. Yes, they have it. Some coin shops don't have a lot of it. I'm having a hard time trying to track some of this stuff down. I'll explain some stories, what's going on in this video, what I am seeing out there, and this is really a dire warning. If you want it, grab it up now before it's really gone for good. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm trying to get to 1,600 subscribers by the end of August. Let's make it happen, folks. What's going on with 90% silver? The half dollars are getting extremely harder to get your hands on right now. Yes, they are out there. You're going to be paying more of a premium on the half dollars right now. It never used to be that way. I know some of you have said in the comments or email, you can get half dollars the same as you can get silver dimes or quarters. If that is the case, grab them up. Please grab them up for yourselves. Get all the 90% silver you can right now. That is my total, not really advice, because I can't give financial advice, but that is my opinion. Get as much as you can at the cheaper prices now before really silver really starts taking off here. I do have a couple stories here. A guy came in today. I was actually at the shop today. I was doing some paperwork for the shop, and he was an older guy, and I got called out to the front, and he had 20 rolls of half dollars. And normally when something like that happens, we try to keep the customer, try to hang on to them, explain what's going on. But this guy explained to us that he had stage 3 cancer, and he never been to Hawaii, and the doctors approved him go to Hawaii with a caretaker, and the caretaker was there, and she said she really don't want to go to Hawaii, but she said this is his dream to go to Hawaii, and the doctor approved it, so he needs to sell his silver to do it. And it was really a sad case. And then I asked him, I said, do you have any family? He says, yes, but my family don't give a crap about me, and I'm trying to clean it up. He said a little bit more than that, and that's really was a sad thing to see. And so we said, okay, this is what we did for him. We're going to sell it for $2.25 a roll. We gave him $215 a roll. We're going to make $10 off of each roll. That's it. I mean, we try to pay up on, especially the 90% right now, especially on the half dollars, any really 90% silver we're paying up for. We have been known in this past week to go online and go on to eBay, and if the shop can make $5 a roll on the dimes, we're going to buy them right now. If we can make $5 or $6 in a roll of quarters, we're going to buy them. That is how desperate we are selling them as fast as we can bring them in. And, we have not processed the half dollars yet. I got a list of about 5 or 6 people who wants. Those are going to be gone probably by Monday or Tuesday of next week. Once we're done processing through them and I'm checking all the dates, make sure there's no key dates. We took his phone number down in case we do have a key date in there. And he says, you probably won't find anything like that. He says, I was good in the past. So, but I says, just in case, just give us your phone number, just in case that we do find a key date, we can, make it right with you. And he was willing to do that. So, we get it in. I have a woman coming in right now every few days. We do have a lot of dimes in stock right now, but she's buying $6,000, $7,000 at a whack. Okay, dollar-wise, not face value-wise. That was the stockbroker I told you about. She's into the 90% silver right now, and she wants to get as much as 90% silver she can. And today she came in and got $7,000 for the dimes. Her friend came in, got another $7,000 for the dimes, and we're getting low on dimes now, so we're trying to go on eBay, and if we can, like I said, we can make $5 or $6 a roll, we're gonna do it. I mean, it's going out, and I got a lot of people coming in. Some people just come in and buy 4 or 5 dimes, 4 or 5 quarters. That's what they can afford. That's okay. I'm happy to see people coming in and buying small amounts at a time. It's just taking that much more inventory off the market right now. That's what's happening. Once it's gone, it's gone. They're not making no more of this stuff, folks. They're just not going to make it no more. And, you know, I'm still trying to buy some off of eBay when I can get a little bit deal for myself. But, you know, it's more, this past week, it's been more about the shop. And the owner says, he says, I know there's not a big money making right now. And he says, but I'm trying to keep the customers happy. You know, he says, it's not about the money right now. It's trying to get the silver in people's hands around this area. And that's what he's trying to do. Trying to put as much as 90% silver into people's hands so people don't go wild when the dollar collapses and they have bottleable material. That's what the 90% silver is really for. Bottleable material. Think about it as 1 unit as a dime. 1 unit as a quarter. How much are you willing to give up? How much are you willing to get for a silver quarter? Or how much is that person willing to give up for a silver quarter? That might be different in each time you do a trade. You know, how are you willing to give up this for a gallon of gas? Probably not. Are you willing to give up a dime for a gallon of gas or a couple of dimes for a gallon of gas? Probably not. So, you know, it's really about your mindset where you're at right now. Gas is in my area about $3.24 a gallon, $3.44 a gallon, depending what station you'll go to. Yeah, I mean, I'm not willing to give up 2 silver dimes yet for, you know, that's over $4 right now in silver. So, I mean, that is where we're at with it. Keep stacking on. I will, if I find a deal out there from one of the bullion companies that has a great deal on 90% silver, I will bring it to you as soon as I see one. But ask your local coin shops, even the ones, you know, that don't have a lot, ask them for the calls too. I mean, if you can read the date on them, you know, like this one's not that great either. You know, this one is not, you know, 1946, it's not in the greatest condition, but it's not bad. You know, I mean, I got even the worst one here too. I mean, I think this one's 1942. I mean, I don't have them in the greatest condition, but, you know, you can still see what it is. That's the main point. If you can see the dates on them, grab them up. Here's another one. Here's a 17. And that one, you know, that one's not a bad condition for 17, but it's worn down. Yeah, it's worn down. The back's kind of worn down too. You don't see all the feathers on the ego itself there. But, you know, I'm buying them in any condition, really. You know, I don't care if they're Walkings, the Franklins, or the 1964 Kenny half the dollars. When I can see a deal on them, I'm going to pick them up, even if it's 1 or 2 at a time. I'm not trying to make it a dire situation here, but it's really more of a warning. You know, like you take people like Bill Holter. He's got a stack full of dimes. He's mentioned that. He's got dimes. I know people who have stacks full of this stuff, you know, around my area that I work in. You know, they have a huge collection of it, and when you think there's a lot in the coin shop, that might be all they have. They may not have anything else in the back. You know, I mean, yes, I think it will always be a variable, but at what price? Okay, that is the main point of the video. At what price are you going to be able to get it for? Remember, during the banking crashes, 2 of these silver halves were going for about $42 for 2. That is, I was not buying 90% silver back then. I was not touching it. And a lot of people were buying it at that. You know, a lot of these halves you see that I have, I paid $10 or less, or a little bit more. I mean, really, 10, 50, 11 bucks, right in that range. Some of these I got even for $5. I've told you guys that story already. And it really has to be, you know, right now they melt for about $11.25 or so, 10 something, depending on the price of silver. It keeps changing back and forth. So, I mean, go to coin melt value, type that in Google there, and look for the NGC chart one, and that will tell you exactly what they're melting for. If you can get silver around melt for 90%, I know some coin shops, you guys have reached out to me and says, my coin shop's selling in that melt. Get as much as you can. All right, just get as much as you can afford to get. That way you are protected. If you have any questions, my email will be in the description below. If you need help finding 90% silver, I've done this a few times with people. I've sent them links on eBay where I think it's a good deal. And don't be afraid, folks. If someone has an offer, make an offer. Don't be afraid to make an offer. Don't go too low. be reasonable. They will take the offer. They might come back as a little bit higher than you want, than you offered. That's all right too. You don't have to accept it either. You can decline it. I mean, it's okay to buy a few things off of eBay at a time. $1 face, 50 cents worth, whatever. I've done it. I've shown you guys I've done that. So if you have any questions, please reach out. I don't mind helping anybody. Until the next video, Coin Shop Chris is out.